Today I will be here as an investor. Let's see what it's about. Hello Dad, how are you doing?
Thanks for having us. It's really a really great opportunity for us to being able to present what our proposal is.
A pleasure. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so we are international business students and we're here to present our research project about telemedicine.
Okay, so our business was born from a quest or a task from our teacher that the intention was to come up with an idea to try to help to the improvement of the SDGs, and this is what we thought of and we think is a really good idea.
Okay, great. So tell me a little bit about it. It is a service, a product, what is it about?
Okay, so telemedicine is a service that allows healthcare professionals to evaluate, diagnose, and treat their patients through a distance through telecommunication systems. So, what is this service about? This service helps people to have appointment with general doctors, and then they are sent to a specialized doctor.
Our service is really justified here in our social context because we are a very rural country and our rural population really struggles a lot to get to access to their right to health. So with our company we intend to improve the quality of life basically by reducing the time it takes to them to get to access health and the travel expenses.
It sounds very interesting, but we all know that the health system of Colombia needs a lot of improvement. And for this, we need to know the needs of the population we're going to help. So, what are the needs of these populations and how we are going to help them?
Okay, so we know that the government is making their best effort to improve in the coverage of people in the rural areas to help. But what is the problem? They lack to close the gap between the urban and rural areas. So we know that there is a problem in the lack of infrastructure in the rural areas, in the lack of medicine, and in the lack of having a qualified personnel. So this in one side, and in other side, they have problems with the transportation because the roads are not in their best way, and also we know that for these people in the rural areas there is a problem to access easier and quicker to this service. So what is the solution to this problem? Telemedicine that is going to help these people to access in a very efficient and quickly way.
Great, I would like to know what makes you different. What are you going to do different than the other companies that already implement this type of strategies and fail? So I would like to know that.
Okay, so that's actually a really good question because we are really aware that we are not the first one that have tried like the solution or this method, right? But what sets us apart is the fact that usually when you talk about telemedicine is for people that use it most like a comfort measure. Is not like a really true need. And our intention is to work with the Colombian government to be able to offer to all the vulnerable population like a true solution, like a true alternative for them to have a good quality medicines and to access good quality healthcare without the need to travel very long distances, and to give them the opportunity to have a continuous access to a really good healthcare solution. And also our intention here is to give a very viable solution for the Colombian government to keep up with their role of ensuring that all population has access to a quality healthcare system.
Okay, but I really like the idea, but I would like to know how you're going to deal with the lack of connectivity in Colombia, because we know that the connectivity, the access to internet in the peripheral areas of Colombia is not very good. So how are you going to plan this, because it's a fundamental resource that we have to take into account?
Okay, so during our research, we have talked with various officials in the Colombian government, and they have told us what their strategy is to guarantee connectivity to almost all the population in Colombia. So they told us about a project called Centros Digitales, and their intention is that every town with at least 100 inhabitants gets free 24/7 access to internet. And the idea is to work side by side with them. And also, even though this program doesn't guarantee free access to every community, at least on the populations that do not meet this minimum criteria of 100 inhabitants, they don't have to travel that much. It's just to the nearest town with at least 100 inhabitants.
Perfect. The last thing I would like to ask you is about the SDGs, because I usually like to invest in projects that help to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So which of these goals are going to be affected or are going to be helped by the project?
Yes, of course. Our project is going to affect three SDGs. First, we have that the basis of the project is in goal number 3, which is about good health and well-being. And also, this one helps to achieve goal number 10, which is reducing inequalities by closing the social gaps between urban and rural areas. And on the other hand, we have goal number 11, which is about sustainable cities and communities. All of these are being positively affected since the inhabitants of these places are going to be provided with a service of a better health and opportunities for them to access health, which is the main goal we want to achieve.
I'm super interested in your project. Let's meet at my office and hopefully have a negotiation. That was all for this episode. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned for more ideas.
Hi, my name is Paulina and I'm a general doctor. For the people in the towns, it's very difficult to access to medicine. Why? Because there is only one or maybe 2 doctors in each town. And what about the specialist doctors? The specialist only goes one every 2 months. So it's really difficult for them to access to a medical appointment if they need a specialist doctor for any disease. So how does this work? First, the people in the CISBEN enter to a web page and register their username and create a password. After that, they will have an appointment with a general doctor. The general doctor will write the clinical history, and then if they need, they will be passed to a specialized doctor depending on their disease. So, this is successful? Yes, of course it is, because as I said before, the general doctor will make the complete clinical history of the patient, and then he will translate the patient to a specialized doctor. The specialized doctor will have an appointment for a video call with the patient, and then he will see if the patient only needs medicine or if she or he needs some medical exams. He can do also in their town, or if they have to go to a city to a presential appointment with a doctor. This will help the people in town with cost of transportations and also with time, because they don't have to translate to a main city for the appointment. For our patients, it's really difficult to access to an immediate appointment with a specialist doctor, but with our system, the appointment will be up to 1 month. Today I'm in Valparaiso, the town where I did my residence, and I'm going to talk with one of my patients to ask her some questions and see if telemedicine works in a place like this. Hola Julie, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien usted.
Bien, gracias. Julie, primero te quiero preguntar cómo es el proceso cuando necesitas una cita médica con un especialista acá en el pueblo.
Pues primero que todo uno va al hospital, al centro pues, de salud, y ya ahí el médico le da una autorización donde uno va a la EPS para que le consigan las citas. Normalmente se espera que le den una orden y ya telefónicamente uno busca cómo que le asignen la cita para el día que tengan el espacio.
¿Y más o menos cuánto se demora una cita con un especialista?
Si se habla de prioridades, las citas son en menos de un mes. Y si no, la orden la dan con un espacio de vigencia de 1 año.
Ok, o sea, un mes para una cita prioritaria.
Sí.
¿Y qué opinarías tú si existiera un servicio que les permita tener citas con especialistas por medio de una videollamada para hacer las consultas más fáciles?
Pues sería excelente, porque igual estamos a mucha distancia de la ciudad y es, claro, sería muy cómodo para todos.
¿Cuánto te demoras tú yendo a una cita médica?
Normalmente son 4 horas de viaje.
De viaje. Listo, entonces yo creo que la telemedicina sería muy buena idea en un pueblo donde no tienen acceso a médicos especialistas, porque acá no vienen médicos especialistas, ¿o sí?
Muy rara vez traen de pronto para hacer una brigada, por ejemplo un ginecólogo, pero es muy esporádico.
Muy esporádico.
Pero si en el momento uno requiere del especialista, tiene que buscar la forma por fuera, porque normalmente acá de planta no lo hay.
No lo hay. Listo. Muchas gracias, Julie.
Con mucho gusto.